We back.
Let's get it. NBA Finals Game 3.
Yeah. Game 3.
How the tables have turned, darkness.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Be Real Entertainment presents Sports Fit, and I'm your host, Jay Maurice, with my co-host,
Slick Vic, Victor Garner. What up, y'all?
Hey, we coming to you from the Hall of Game, where we give you 360 degrees of game. For those that don't understand, that's game all way round.
Yes, sir.
Yes. It's your player partner, Jay Maurice, with my main man, Slick Vic. Hey, man, we appreciate you for pressing the play button and tapping in with us and checking us out, listening to what we got to say.
Yes, sir. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, throw a comment down, give us some feedback, let us know how you think we're doing. And anything you'd like for us to cover here in the off season. We got the off season coming up real soon. And so, if y'all got some stuff y'all want to hear our opinions on, we definitely gonna give you all the free agency news. We definitely gonna hit you with the rumor mill, and just give you our take on everything as it comes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so the series, the NBA Finals, is now
Not
1-1.
Yes, sir.
1-1.
I didn't see it coming. I didn't see it coming.
Well, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I didn't expect for Miami to win that game, but they pulled it out. But I always say it. I've been saying this all year round, all year about Miami. They defense, man. They put it on them in the fourth quarter, in money time.
I mean, but it didn't work like this all year, man. This zone wasn't working like this all year. And now,
but I told you though, they got defense. Like when they decide that when they want to activate the defense, they put it in the activation.
They got defense or they got heart?
Both. It's that grit and grind.
Man.
Man. And one thing that they Miami did, they made adjustments to because they had matchup problems with Aaron Gordon and Joker.
But see, I think they solved that Gordon thing, after the first quarter of Game 1. I mean, he had 14 points in Game 1. I think he had like 12 of them in the first quarter.
Yeah.
So outside of the first quarter, I think they solved that. He had 12 in Game 2, but
what they did was they put Jimmy on him. They put.
That's
Jimmy
what I said.
You
said it was too small, but I was telling you.
No. They put Aaron Gordon. They put Bam Adebayo on Aaron Gordon.
Okay.
Yeah, they put Bam on Aaron.
Okay.
Yeah, and they brought Kevin Love in.
Oh yeah,
briefly.
Yeah.
But they brought him in, and what they did was they said, okay, Denver is most effective when Jokic getting a triple double.
Yeah.
When he getting maybe 21 points, 13 rebounds, and 14, 15 assists.
Yeah, when he's facilitating the offense.
Yeah, but what they did was they say, okay, Joker, we're going to let you score. We're going to let you eat, but we ain't going to let you feed everybody. So they stopped him from feeding everybody and let him get his points.
Yeah, they quit letting him be Mama Bird. You can't spoon feed everybody. Like, nah, we're going to cut that off.
But he did have, 41?
He had 41. he took 28 attempts. He was 16 to 28.
Oh, man.
41 points, 2 of 5 from 3. To go along with 11 rebounds, but that 4 assists, it gave Miami a chance, and that's all the Heat want, man. They just need a chance.
Mm-hmm.
How the first game went, they didn't really have a chance at the end of the game, and with them having a Hall of Fame coach, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. With them having a Hall of Fame coach, making those adjustments that nobody else would do. Coach Bud, you talk Coach Bud all up. He ain't make that adjustment. He ain't make no adjustments. That's why why he was on the couch. And then who else they played? Who was the second round opponent? I'm thinking of I'm sorry, you said Coach Bud. I'm thinking of the West Coast. The Timberwolves, they were just fodder. But, Monty Williams, he didn't make that adjustment. You know, you say he a good coach. He didn't make that adjustment.
He decent. He decent.
Darvin Ham ain't make that adjustment. I like Darvin Ham, but he ain't make that adjustment. You know, they just tried to be, you know, stout, physical, and just play to their strengths. But they ain't ever try to take Jokic's best asset away.
That's
you know,
his assist.
Yeah, that's just straight out of the book of Popovich right here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when they were going against the Phoenix Suns and playing Steve Nash. And it seemed like the Suns had the Spurs on the ropes in that series. Then they started making Steve Nash be a scorer. You know, you got this high-octane offense. Let's see what you do. Let's see you take 30 shots. Steve Nash don't want to take 30 shots. Steve Nash want to get, you know, 15, 17 assists. You know, he want everybody else. You know, he want to get everybody else in the flow. And it's funny, the same thing worked here. And they just cutting off the head of the snake, man. Just cutting off that, you know, that outlet for everybody. I mean, KCP, 6 points. Mm-hmm. He ain't a creator. He ain't gonna create his own shot ever.
No. He ain't. That ain't in his game.
Michael Porter Jr. He can create his own offense, but
he more of a. To me, he more of a catch and shoot type player.
Yeah,
and
that's
really got that
right
to the hole.
I think he can
slashing.
He's a capable player as far as creating his own offense. He's capable, but like you said, it's not his strength. Like his strength, he's a lot better and a lot more efficient if he's set up. Yeah, if he's set up. And he didn't have a great game either. Michael Porter Jr. was 2 of 8, 5 points, 1 of 6 from 3. And so, you know, when you don't have all those other role players,
and then they put Jimmy on Jamal Murray, and that slowed him down some.
Yeah, I mean, Murray had a decent game. He was 7 of 15, 18 points. He actually did have 10 assists. And that's because they had to make him more of a facilitator because Jokic, they were giving Jokic space. You know, they was giving him space to tempt him into taking shots, to coax him into taking shots, and to also back off of them so they can play passing lanes, and so they can. And so, you know, they were, you know, face guarding the other guys, and just, you know, let's see what happens when you don't have your other players in the flow of the game. And it was brilliant, and I think we'll see what Mike Malone's
you be fucking them names up.
What his adjustments are tonight. Do you have a what do you think the answer is? How do you think Mike Malone counters? What do you think they can do to try to get Jokic back into his groove? Because this is, like I said, this is kind of like how they play Steve Nash and how the 2010 Lakers played Rondo.
I think I don't know, man. I think Miami might have figured something out about him. Stop big guy Jokic from assisting. And make him either rebounding and scoring. Let him get his. I don't really know what Mike Malone can do, but I tell you this, I feel like they in a must-win situation because they done just got home court snatched away from them, and Miami got home court advantage. So I really don't know what he can do because he got mad at him. He got mad at him, and that's a sign of a bad coach. He's supposed to make some adjustments, you know what I'm saying? And if they wasn't playing hard or was loafing back on defense, what any other coach do, you come out the game, sit down, and watch. You know what I'm saying? Next man up, go on up in there and hustle. Just give me hustle, give me effort.
I don't know. I think good coaches get mad still. I mean, their teams.
I understand that, but he didn't adjust to it. He just let it go. Like, that's how it is. You know.
I mean, well, he can tell them that you know they're lackadaisical and they play harder all he want, but he can't get out there and run the court for
what
nobody.
They do, what other coaches do, is when they see you playing like that, Okay, player, come on over here, sit down right here next to me, and let's watch this and let you get until you know what I'm saying, you get to the feeling of we hustle over here.
I think that's all good and well when you're in the regular season and
Boy,
and
this
you
is
when
when
you
it comes.
playing regular season games.
This is when everything matter the most. You can't let them be loafing. And now this is money time. This crunch time. This time when you know what I mean. All the marbles is on the table.
I mean you got. I mean, but this is and that's this and that's to my point. Like this is for everything. You got to go with your best guys, and he knows who his best guys are.
Look at Miami. A lot of Miami's best guys is hurt. You know what I'm saying? They got the next man up.
Well, I mean, but that's because they can't play. They couldn't play. They got hurt.
Yeah, they got hurt, so the next man came up, and and look how they play.
I mean, it's different. You know, the next man up thing is different because they can't play. It's like, I mean, they don't have a choice. They didn't have a choice until now of playing Tyler Hero. He wasn't an option. You know, there is no option to play Victor Oladipo to run him out. I mean, they had those players been available, he might have played them, and they might. You know, it's a possibility. Or no, they could be at the house.
Be up 2-0.
Or they could be at the house.
You know, well, we know they got the one win, so they could have been up 2-0.
I mean, but who? I mean, yeah, but
yeah. Mm-hmm. I ain't gonna go back and forth.
It's a lot of spec. Yeah, it's a whole bunch of speculation. Like, because they might not even be here. I mean, because
man, you were saying that all year.
Caleb Martin turned to Carmelo Anthony for the conference finals. You know, he was
Caleb.
Yeah, he was balling. Now he's turned to a pumpkin. You know, now he's
he's just waiting his turn.
Cinderella's ball is over now, man.
He's just waiting his turn. You know, it's gonna be a game. It's gonna be a Caleb Martin game. He gonna get it in. Yeah.
We'll see.
I just want him to play. I do want him to play Tyler Hero, but then I don't, because I don't want him. He might mess up the rotation, or he ain't the best defensive player.
But neither is Duncan Robinson, and Duncan getting out there.
Right. So they might be able to hide him within the zone,
and that might be the key to that right there, is because the zone allows them to play their weak defenders, and they don't. At least they haven't been suffering too much for it. They've been able to hide their worst defenders, save Aaron Gordon in the first quarter of game one. Other than that, they've been able to not be exposed, have their weakest defenders exposed. Because, I mean, Kevin Love ain't a great defender.
No. But what he is, he's a good rebounder.
Yeah.
He's a decent three-point shooter still.
Mm-hmm.
And his assists, Jokic can't pass like Kevin Love. Kevin Love can pass. He full court. He Dan Marino. And not he.
I'm sure Jokic can make a full court pass.
Yeah, but I mean, K Love been doing it, and it be on the money.
Yeah, I mean,
it be on the money.
It is
Joe Burrow out there, mug. You know what I mean? It's
Joe. It's definitely an elite skill that Kevin Love has always had. It's been a staple of his since UCLA. You know, as far as I know, I'm sure way back. I'm sure before then, because I just seen it first at UCLA.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's definitely been a staple of his game, a staple of his play, and since they can hide him with the zone, they don't have to worry about him having to be exposed on the defensive end completely. They can play him
one against
Jokic. Or against him,
he can't handle that.
Yeah,
I don't think he can handle that.
Not a lot of players can. I mean, Anthony Davis couldn't stop him.
No,
you know, Anthony Davis.
He was too light.
Anthony Davis is probably like the best defender in the league for him, like individually.
What?
Who would you want to see? Who would you put on him individually, 1-on-1, better than Anthony Davis?
Embiid.
He gonna cook Embiid.
When they played him, he ain't cook him.
I think he'll cook Embiid.
No sir.
Yeah, I think
no sir. He probably had 20 assists, but he ain't gonna have them points like that. Nah.
You see him doing the pick and roll with Murray and Jokic. It's like Murray. I mean, he ain't fighting around no pick. He ain't getting around no picks.
No, he can't do Embiid like that. No sir. No sir.
I mean,
I know you a homer, and you gonna be
Embiid's a
with
great
that.
defender.
You're gonna be with your boy AD, you know, but he way too light. He need more bricks in his britches. You know what I mean? He just too light in the ass. You know, and Jokic just get out the way, get right to his spot, right there on that block, hit that little floater. Bam. We ain't gonna be able to do that with Embiid. Embiid can hold him off, keep him out there.
Well, he ain't gonna be in the post all the time with Embiid. I mean, he played to his strengths. You know, then he come out
there shooting.
Put him out there shooting.
Yeah.
But he can shoot.
Yeah. But that's what you would really want him to do.
But he ain't got no problem doing that. Like,
yeah, but he ain't gonna be on. He ain't gonna be on all the time like that, bro. Especially if you got pressure. I understand he shoot from behind his head. You know what I mean? But you know that ain't going in all the time. You know, it did against y'all though. But
right. Yeah, I mean, I think Jokic is he's probably one of the smartest offensive players of his time.
He definitely premier.
And so I just think they'll figure out what they need to do to Embiid to keep him free, and then Embiid he wear Embiid out. Embiid, in the fourth quarter, Embiid gonna be lumbering. Not any fault of Embiid's or anything. It's just he a big guy. 7'2". That's a lot of man to be walking up and down the court all night.
Jokic what 7'1"?
Yeah, I mean, but
what? He in better shape than Embiid? I think not. I think not.
I guess.
I think not. He built like a.
Do you see Jokic like fighting fatigue all the time in these games? He ain't. I mean, you see Embiid fighting fatigue all the time in these games. You don't think Embiid was fighting fatigue against Boston? He always slows down in the fourth quarter.
But I ain't gonna go back and forth with you on that. Who do you think? What you think that Mike Malone got to do to make what adjustments you think he gonna make for this game? What you think that he need to do in order for them to pull out a win in Miami?
I don't know. I mean, it's tough to see, to try to say what they should do with Embiid or with them giving Jokic space. I mean, if it was like, let's say just Kobe or somebody like that, like they just gonna be content shooting it every time. But that ain't what Jokic want to do. So with that said, like I don't, it's tough, man. I mean, do they do more pick and roll? It's kind of hard to say, but that pick and roll is a 2-man game. You still ain't getting everybody involved if you go to a 2-man game.
But that pick and roll that don't work when they go zone.
I mean, but you could still have a side of the court kind of overloaded where you got, I guess they're playing 3-2, so yeah, I don't know.
You don't know what they gonna do neither.
I don't know.
So what you think they finna take another L tonight?
No, well, I don't know. They could lose tonight. I think they do get one of these games in Miami though.
Okay.
I think they do get one of these games.
You think they're gonna split a game in Miami? So basically, you saying, because at first you said Denver and what, 5? I thought you said 5.
I did say 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it could still be Denver.
So they got to win all these games right now.
It could still be Denver 5.
Yeah, I mean, it's still possible.
Mm-hmm.
But it ain't finna work. That ain't finna happen.
We'll see, man. I mean, if they win tonight. I mean, if they win tonight, game 5 at home,
you would be drunk.
I'm just saying, if they winning tonight is probably the toughest, probably the toughest game.
Yeah, so they in a must-win situation then.
I don't know. I wouldn't call it a must-win situation. I think I think this game in Miami is gonna be the harder game to win between this and game 4.
They don't want to go down.
They want to go down
2-1.
Yeah, I mean,
3-1.
Don't nobody want to go down.
they don't want to be down 3-1 because if
Mhm.
Miami do what they supposed to do when they 2 home games, they gonna be down 3-1.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if they lose,
Going back to Denver.
Yeah, if they lose both these games in Miami, I don't see how they are. If Miami lose both games at home, it'd be tough to see them winning Game 5. Yeah.
If Miami win both games.
No, if Miami loses both these games at home, I wouldn't see them get another game. I mean, if they get down 3-1, it's over.
Yeah, I say the same thing about Denver. They get down 3-1.
So if they get down 3-1, they going back home though.
As you see, Miami can win there.
Yeah. I mean, let's not get crazy. I mean, they lost. That's like the only home game they lost all postseason.
See, now let's not get crazy. It was bound to happen. It was bound to happen.
Not necessarily.
You know, they ain't no super team. They ain't no, you know, and everybody was putting them like they world beaters. Like, oh man, Denver, this Denver.
What's
Man,
funny is
listen,
I was
they ain't
talking
all that,
about,
bro. They caught one.
I was talking to one of my partners, and he was saying he thought Denver was one of the best single championship teams he's seen.
What championship?
He's saying
Western Conference.
He's saying
the Western Conference championship.
He was saying
if
they win, he think they'd be one of the top 10 single championship, teams that won a single championship.
Yeah, I wouldn't talk a whole lot to him because he just be talking because he got lips. You know what I'm saying? Some people talk just because they got lips. You know what I mean? But nah, bro. He just.
I mean, the NBA on the whole has been pretty much an era sport where it's a lot. A lot of teams go on title runs where they win multiple championships, and so it's actually not a lot of just single title teams to begin with, because a lot of the great teams won, two, multiple titles. They won 2 or 3 or.
So basically, if just say hypothetically, like Denver was to win the title,
Yeah.
you think they could repeat again?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Especially with everything that we got in the West.
I don't see why not. I wouldn't like their chances any less than this year. I mean, what do you see? I mean, what are you gonna say? You're gonna make a case with the Clippers? You got
Warriors.
You got the Lakers, another year older.
Ain't nobody talking about no Lakers, man.
I mean the
Warriors,
Warriors,
cats, and too light in the ass. AD, but you got KD,
Jordan wet
and
spot.
Booker.
He wasn't the pool. He was a wet spot.
That's all right. He's gonna come back. But you see, but AD, what was he? No show.
He didn't no show. He couldn't outplay Jokic.
Yeah.
He played
one game where he had the 40, the first game.
But he still had a solid series. He had a solid series.
After that, where AD at? AD under there. AD ain't under there.
But yeah, so I think the Warriors, Clay seemed like he's transitioning to a different phase of his career. Jordan Poole, Clay just coming off of the injury, man.
He regressed. Got to give him time. He had 2 season-ending injuries, 2 of them back to back.
Clay looked great for.
He's showing signs of.
He looked great until he played the Lakers. He looked fine against Sacramento, but when they played the Lakers, didn't hold up.
Yeah, whatever. I ain't gonna go back and forth with you, but the Warriors is the Warriors.
So who do you think?
You got Sacramento coming. You got Sacramento.
But do you believe they beat Denver?
You got Sacramento.
Yeah,
that'll be a good matchup. And then you still got Phoenix. Then you got.
They just cut Chris Paul. You got to see what they do with that.
They bettered the team by cutting dude.
Well, you got to see who they replace him with though.
Man, they could have replaced him with me, and they'd be better. You know what I'm saying? But Yeah.
Let's not get.
I ain't gonna
Let's not
break
get carried
down.
away.
I ain't gonna break down.
Yeah,
you
you ain't gonna. You ain't gonna play
tell
either.
you.
You gotta play to break down.
I'll be fresh. I'll be fresh for the playoffs.
Because you ain't played. Yeah.
Right. There you go. Hey, but just like I told you, man, I say just wait for it. Chris Paul gonna break down when it comes playoff times. And he been doing it for the past 3 to 4 years.
He's been doing it longer than that.
Well, I just wanted to go back the past 3, 4 years. But
he broke down in the finals when they went to the finals.
Yeah, he just gonna break down. You know what I'm saying? His body ain't built for this no more. You know, the long grueling haul. He'd be good if the season was like 60 games. You know, maybe he'd be good.
Maybe, I don't know. I think it's his body's just too old now.
Right.
I think it's just the point. If he's not coming off the bench, giving you 18 minutes a game, forget about it. Mm-hmm. That's all you want CP3 to do at this point is give you 18 minutes, get in there, run your offense while you're starter. And I was telling you before we recorded, was that I think Memphis would be a good place for him. I think Memphis would be a really good landing spot for him. Give him a legend to mentor job. Hopefully he listen to Chris Paul. If he ain't gonna listen to Chris Paul, he ain't gonna listen to nobody. And so I think that'd just be a good look for both of them. It puts Chris Paul in a situation where if things work out, it could result in a title appearance, or it'll give him a shot. I don't see any other contenders being bothered with him really. So I think it could be the best shot for him is to try to get on this up and coming team and mentor Ja and help Ja and pass him some secrets. Help him along. And maybe Ja benefit more than Chris would.
Well, Ja gonna be out probably half a season.
And then you have that too, where CP3 can still play a lot in the early part of the season. And
allegedly, he gonna be out half the season.
Well, yeah, we don't know. Yeah, we don't know. Yeah,
we don't know. So.
That'll be announced here soon, and we'll be covering that
as soon as
it happens.
As soon as Miami win, dude gonna announce it that they gone.
I like how you did that.
That he gonna be suspended for either the year or half a year, but probably give him a half.
Well, let's give. I don't feel like we gave Miami their flowers enough. When we was talking about what kind of strategies that Denver could do to try to swing the balance back in their favor, swing the series back in their favor.
Denver gonna have to go up like 20, 25 points in order for them to win, because Miami gonna come back. They'll chip away, and then in the fourth quarter with about 7 to 8 minutes to go, if they is in that range like 11 or better, Miami they have a good chance of winning.
Yeah, they've done it time and time again in these playoffs. Been down somewhere anywhere between 7 to 15 and came back and beat these teams. They did it to Milwaukee. They did it to Boston, and they just did it to the Nuggets. The Nuggets were up like 7 or 8 in the fourth quarter of that game.
Yeah,
and lost it.
Yeah, that's why I feel like Miami. Miami should win this, because just thinking of what they had to go through to beat. They had the hardest road to get to the finals. And they knock off Milwaukee,
the number 1 seed,
to knock off Boston, the number 2 seed. No, they was the 2 seed.
I'm sorry. I thought you was going through the series. Like I was thinking New York with a 5 seed.
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah,
the 1, the 5, the 2,
and the 2,
and now the 1.
But New York, that was probably.
They're part of the path. They're just part of the road.
Yeah.
It was either them or Cleveland. Like, it was just part of the path. They had, it was just,
But for them to have Milwaukee and Boston on their resume, the 2 top teams in the East, that shows you Miami got it. They got what it takes.
It's their second finals appearance in the Jimmy Butler era, if you want to call it an era. It's not a fluke.
What you counting the bubble?
I'm definitely counting the bubble.
You know what I think about the bubble.
I mean, but he's back in the finals and under normal circumstances. Mm-hmm. So he proved that appearance was not a fluke. And I know I picked Denver to win, but man, I would absolutely love Jimmy Butler.
You're not gonna do that. You're not gonna do that. You stay on over there. You stay over there. You ain't nah, bro.
The Nuggets are not my team.
No, you was the Nuggets.
My professional
the Nuggets
opinion,
gonna win in 5.
My professional opinion is that the Denver Nuggets are the best team, and they will win the championship. Mm-hmm. But I'm saying that I would,
he trying to leave the door open. I would love for he trying to leave the door open, y'all. So when they win, he could be like, no.
If Jimmy Butler wins a ring, man, he can. I just want to see him jump up on the not the podium,
he can't do a Kobe.
The scores table.
Can't do a Kobe.
No, I ain't saying do a Kobe. I want to say him. I want to see him jump up on the scores table and just and yell to the camera, "Put me in the hall. Put me in the motherfucking hall. Put me in there now."
Hey, he gonna do that in Denver
because he might not have a typical Hall of Fame career resume, like his numbers, his statistics might not look like a
Hall of Fame.
Like you put him in there. I'd say his stats probably look Hall of Fame-ish, like you said, Hall of Fame-ish. Mm-hmm. But his career, if he gets a ring, it'll look better than Melo's career with all them numbers.
Yeah, especially if you got that. Especially
two finals appearances and a ring.
You got that ring.
Look better than Chris Paul's career.
Got that ring.
2 finals appearances and a ring.
That ring. You got a ring.
I just want to see it, man. I think Jimmy's one of the grittiest players of this generation right here that he's playing in. He's one of the grittiest players. He might be the grittiest player.
Tough.
And it's cool because the tough guys don't always win, man.
The tough guys don't always win.
They don't always win. They don't, man. You can be the toughest, the most mentally strong guy, but skill typically wins out.
But he doing it without even really like balling, getting 35 or 40 points. He doing it where, getting a steal here, scoring 20 to 21 points and getting rebounds. Yeah.
Jimmy is doing it by being a complete basketball player. Right. Like he like somebody like Melo, like when I said Melo or CP3, like, those guys are like filling their role. They're,
CP3 offensive minded. They're not defense.
CP3 plays defense. But he runs the offense and that's his role. And then Melo just wants to score. He just wants to score.
Man, Patrick Beverly said CP3 is a cone. He wanted to practice cones.
He's a cone now.
you go right around it.
Yeah, I mean at 38 he's a cone. Yeah, he's a cone now. Okay. Yeah, I mean nobody. Yeah.
Okay, but we ain't talking about CP when he was in New Orleans.
Yeah, he was a really good defender back then. He was an all NBA defender back then.
Team defense. Not one-on-one. Not like your man.
But
shut him down.
But he's playing D. He's rebounding. He's facilitating. He's doing whatever he needs to do. And it's amazing to watch, man. As a fan, just a fan of the game. Mm-hmm. I'm not a fan of either of these teams. The Miami Heat, I can care less. The Denver Nuggets, I can care less.
Yeah, because you called Miami a catfish.
They definitely was catfish.
They were definitely catfish. I tried to tell you they was a catfish. They was just a sexy catfish. They was like a catfish waiting to be, you know what I'm saying, a shark.
Is a sexy catfish still a catfish?
A sexy catfish will turn into a shark only in a minute.
Okay.
Wait till when they hold their trophy up.
Oh man, but
that trophy. Yeah, yeah. But what else we want to talk about? Well, who you think gonna win tonight?
I'm taking Denver.
Go ahead.
I'm taking Denver
I
tonight.
know it. See,
I'm taking,
y'all.
I said 5.
I told y'all.
I said 5.
Yeah.
So Miami can't get no more of these games. 5. So Nuggets tonight. Nuggets tomorrow. Nuggets the day after that.
Yeah, see, I told y'all. I told you. Nah,
This is just me wanting to be right.
It's the Heat. The Heat gonna win tonight.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see.
Gonna win tonight.
Can't wait to watch, man. It's gonna be
And
it's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a good game. Hopefully it's a good game.
okay, well, let's see. Did any other coaches get fired since we did our last podcast?
No, but Monty Williams became the highest paid coach of all time.
Did he?
Yep, got a boatload of money. I have to look up his contract, but he got a boatload of money.
No, Monty
Where'd he
Williams,
go?
no, because he got fired.
Yeah, but he got
Because
a
Frank
job.
Vogel took his spot.
Yeah. That's but so who? Detroit, the Pistons.
Oh, okay. So they hired him in Detroit.
Yeah, they gave him all the money.
Okay.
You want to come here, coach? Nah. How about now? They just kept upping the offer to him. He was like, well, I
Since
can't
he wasn't
refuse
doing-
that.
He wasn't doing nothing else.
Yeah, I mean, he'd be probably one of the coach. I mean, that's what it takes to coach a losing team. You know, don't nobody good want to go there for. You know, you don't got a good team to go for. I mean, because you're playing with your coaching career.
They got some good young players though.
Yeah, I mean,
They're a young team.
whatchamacallit was just out for the whole year. You know, Cade,
Cade Cunningham.
yeah, he was just out for the whole year. So it was like, yeah, we'll see. I mean, I like Ivy, but I mean, they got some young talent, but I don't know. It's just Detroit's rebuild just don't. They've been doing it since like Darko and stuff. So it's like, man,
Darko.
yeah.
Militich.
Yeah. So I mean, it's like a.
I ain't heard nobody say his name in the podcast ever.
He's on the bus Rushmore.
Okay. But ain't been no other coaches or nothing.
Not fired. I mean, we'll see what happens after this series, but I don't see either of these guys going anywhere. I think you make it to the NBA Finals, you should be safe.
I was surprised that Boston kept their coach.
I was surprised that they kept Mazzulla.
But I guess they figured they messed up when they let Udoka go, you know, and replaced him with Dude. You know, so they say we ain't gonna double down on the dumb shit.
Yeah, I mean, it was like an emergency thing, though. I mean, because Mazzulla, he wasn't even like one of the head assistants. All those guys are gone. He was, you know, they called him second row Joe. So
see, that's how come he ain't had a team, man.
Yeah, he was like a junior coach. So
yeah,
I
he
think
was like a film coach, like Eric Spoelstra
I think
was.
they kind of set him. They kind of set him up for failure. I think what they really should have did was just have, since it was like such an emergency situation, it was so crazy that they probably should have just.
They made it an emergency.
They probably should have just had Brad Stevens come down from the front office and just coach for this year. Just have him coach, like just do double duty. At least people the team would feel confident in the strategy that's being employed.
First of all, they shouldn't have fired dude. If they was gonna do anything, they should have just fined him.
They couldn't.
They could have just fined him, gave him a fine, and let him keep going.
Do you know what what the legends were?
That he was cracking one of the executives' wife. But I mean, it take two to crack.
What do you think the executives do?
Hey man, you just got to take that one on the chin. You know what I'm saying? She did.
And what city is this again? You always tell every time we come to Boston. What you say about this city again?
Hey man,
they lucky they got a black head coach.
They showed their colors with that one, like,
yeah,
cause she's still there. She's still doing her job.
Of course.
And They act like he took it. You know what I mean? She threw it multiple times.
You just gotta let that one hit the floor, man. You just gotta let that one hit the floor.
Yeah,
You can't catch that, man. You can't
yeah,
be OBJ. You can't be, you know,
man.
You just gotta let it fall, man. Be
boy.
Kwame Brown, just drop it.
Come on, man.
Bad hands.
Don't. We ain't gonna talk about Kwame.
Bad hands, man.
We ain't gonna talk about Kwame. Kwame gonna let you have it, man. He gonna let you have it on his podcast.
You gonna give me the smoke, Kwame?
Man.
You gonna cuss me out in your car?
Kwame. It ain't me, Kwame.
You gonna drive around cussing me out?
That's him. You know, I fucks with you.
Jump in the comments, Kwame. Let me know something.
Man,
let me know something, Kwame.
Don't ask for that smoke.
I'll come on the pod, man. Come on, hit me up. We're Hasher Brown. I mean, I think your podcast name says it all, right?
What does it mean? Bust Life.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I listen to it though. I do be listening to it because hey man, it's all right.
Yeah, I mean he missed his calling, man. He's a better personality than he is a basketball player.
Man, cut it out. He gonna let you have it, man.
Come on, Kwame.
He gonna let you have it. I don't want no smoke. But yeah, man, it's the game is tonight, and this game right here gonna tell it all. This game right here gonna tell it all. Because if Miami get this victory, it's pretty much gonna be.
So you think who wins this game wins the series?
I
or you just think if Miami win this game, they win the series?
Yeah, they gonna win. Yeah.
What if
I said the same thing if they'd have lost both games, they were still gonna win.
Yeah. We already hashed that. Yeah.
But you know, it's been real, man. You got anything else to add?
Just Kwame, I don't run from it. I come from it, dog.
Oh shit. Hey.
Now we out of here.
Now you want to run. Yeah. But if you like any part of this podcast, man, you know, like, comment, subscribe, and
share with your peoples.
Share it, you know.
All the basketball fans, share it, man.
Yeah. For all the sports spit click, the CLICK.
Blow us up, y'all. Blow us up.
Yeah. Let us know something, man. Hey, man, it's been real. It is what it is. And this is what we do when we throw. Peace. Hey, man, you fucking with Kwame.